14 hours a week, that's how long I spent writing notes. Not treating patients, not spending time with my family, not learning anything, just writing. Never again. If you're still writing clinical notes by hands in 2026, you need to watch this video. Not because it's impressive, but because you're wasting something you can't get back. It's called time. Nobody warns you about this when you qualify. You think the hard part is the diagnosis, the treatment, the patient in front of you? Well, it's not. The hard part is 8 p.m. when the patients are gone and you're still there. You're typing your notes, clinical reasoning, differentials, red flag screening, referral letters, and all of it from memory after a full day on your feet. That's the real part that really got me. It wasn't making me a better clinician. It was just making me a tired one. When you're writing your notes at 9 p.m., exhausted, rushing, you miss things. Not because you're bad at your job, but because you're human. A red flag buried in a patient history, a differential you didn't fully think through, a clinical decision that needed 10 more minutes of reasoning, but you only had 3. This isn't a productivity problem, it's a patient safety problem. It's a liability issue and it could cause burning out very fast. And every single osteopath, physio, chiropractor, or physical therapist in general I spoke to had the same story. In different clinics, yes, but had the same story. So I did something about it. I tried everything. Templates, dictation app, ChatGPT, every AI tool I could find. And they all did the same thing. You talk, it formats, you get a note. It's just faster typing. Nobody was helping me think. Nobody was catching what I might have missed. Nobody was reasoning through the case with me. Because here's what they don't understand. The note isn't the problem. The note isn't stealing your evenings. The unclear thinking behind it is. When you know exactly what's wrong with the patient, the note takes 7 minutes. When you're not sure, you rewrite it 4 times. You second guess everything. You sit there 9 p.m. wondering if you've missed something. That's not a writing problem, that's a thinking problem. So if you fix the thinking, you fix the issue. Socrates is not a note-taking app. It's a clinical reasoning tool. So hear what that means in practice. You press record, you enjoy your consultation, you ask all the questions you need, you do your tests, your treatment, you enjoy with your patients. And at the end, when you press end recording, Socrates gives you back a list of differential diagnoses, ranked by probability, red flag alerts, a structured reasoning pathway, the kind of senior colleagues that walks you through the case. And at the end, a complete compliant notes in just 90 seconds. Not 2 hours, 90 seconds. But it isn't even the point. The point is, by the time you finish the note, you've thought through the case, you haven't missed anything, and you're confident in your reasoning. That's what no other tool was giving me, because they were built by tech people. This was built by a practitioner, just like you. And that difference, you'll feel it in the first 5 minutes. All right, so let me show you exactly what I mean. So you're in your dashboard, you have your patient. We're dealing with Mr. Alex Stevens. We've done the recording of the session. It's here. We just have to stop recording and you will see within a few seconds, all of it will be just here in the areas that are dedicated for you. You could either write it by hand like this, or you can just wait for the AI to do it for you. See? So now we have intermittent low back pain with cold sensation in the left leg. Duration 3 years after CrossFit training in competition, etc, etc, etc. When we have that, we can just run the diagnostic assistant. You will have your SOAP notes written, the clinical reasoning behind it, the treatment plan, and you can do your referral. So let's go with all of it point by point. So now that the diagnostic assistant has been run, we can check the SOAP notes. So we have, as you can see, everything written down from subjective, objective, assessment, and the plan. If something has been missed, because obviously AI is not perfect, so you can also edit it and add things that you want, or you can even classify the different points by the most important or the least important, and you can add points manually as well. Once you've checked your notes, you can also go to the clinical reasoning. You see here, straight away you have the red flag and urgent condition that has been flagged. So a chronic low back pain with potential neurological system, persistence over 3 years, worsening despite the rest, etc., etc. Action throughout neurology, you need to go through a neurological examination, sensory discrimination, reflexes, and consider imaging. You see how thorough and how exact all these informations are. Then it gives you a list of differential diagnoses from lumbar radiculopathy to sacroiliac joint dysfunction, but there is more to it. When you click on it, you can see the supportive features, the features against it, and the recommended tests that could be done to actually help in the reasoning. And all of this has been evidence-based with PubMed clinical guidelines of the North American Society, and you can click on the link and go and look at it later. And it does the same thing for each differential diagnosis. This is amazing, right? Now, let's say, for example, the AI think that there are some missing information that needs a bit more investigation. It will actually ask you the questions or ask you to run some tests and enter missing informations. Once you've done it, you can save and rerun the analysis. So they want, for example, specific of the cold sensation, numbness, quantification of the pain. When bad, 7 out of 10. Overall, 4 out of 10. Detail activity limitation and functional impact. Cannot sit for long hours nor stand. Social occupation, sitting a lot and stressful job. See, once I've added all these little informations, I can save and rerun the analysis. After a few seconds, it will change the differential diagnosis if needed, and it will give you more detail on how the diagnosis changes and the likelihood of it. It's amazing. I can't believe it. I'm showing it to you and I still can't believe it. Once we've done all of this, once you finish with the clinical reasoning, you can add a treatment plan. But to be able to add the treatment plan, you need to go with the diagnosis that you think is the most likely. So let's trust the AI and let's go with lumbar radiculopathy and then just generate the treatment plan. Once you've done that, again, a few seconds later, you will have your treatment plan ready here. Okay, so if we go back to our notes here, so we have our case input, all the information that the patient gave us during the consultation. As you can see, there are some missing areas that you can manually add them if they tell you after, or if you know about it in the next sessions. You have a red flag screening area that you can also fill in yourself quickly. And you have the physical examination objective examination. This we already did together, so it's already filled in. Vitals, if you want to take it, if it's needed. And you can even input and upload the images of MRI, X-ray, CT scans if they have anything. Additional loads, if there is any lab or anything. And you have also access to what we call clinical decision rules, which are some for the ankle, the knees, nexus, CCR, and Wells for DVT. All of this in the front and case input. Obviously, if everything was recorded, it will automatically put all these informations for you. Then we have the clinical reasoning that we've just seen together. And now that we have generated the treatment plan, we can have a look at it here. And the treatment plan is very, very simple and very easy to understand. Again, you have the ability to edit it if you need, and it shows you the diagnosis, the treatment goals, so reduce leg pain, improve lumbar flexion, increase tolerance on walking, etc. Patient independently performs, blah, 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 blah. The intervention, manual therapy for us osteopaths or physios or chiropractors. You can do nerve glides, therapeutic exercises, core stability, everything. It even gives you the home exercise plan. How many hours have we spent doing exercise plans? It does everything. And remember, all of it is evidence-based practice using PubMed latest research, national guidelines, NHS guidelines, NICE guidelines, American, all the guidelines out there. He has access to it within seconds, and it gives you some additional information. All of that, let's say now we want to refer him for an MRI, okay? So we're gonna click here, we're gonna do diagnostic imaging, and we can use customized template directly, okay? We can pre-fill everything with AI, so we don't even have to use any time to do this. MRI, lumbar spine, emergency, urgent, and it gives you all the clinical indication. Generate from template. Boom, you have your letter. You can print it, download it as a PDF, or even email it within seconds. Guys, this is insane. I was spending so many hours doing those referral letters. We even charge patients for it because it takes us so much time. Now we can do it within seconds. And whoever wants to charge can charge. I know what some of you are thinking right now. Can I trust an AI with my clinical reasoning? Well, let me be clear about two things. First, me. I'm not a developer who spotted a gap in the market. I'm an osteopath and sports performance specialist. I have treated thousands of patients over the years, and I understand what a good clinical note looks like, and I understand what a dangerous misread flag looks like, because I've seen some. Second, your data. Every patient record you input into Socrates is protected under HIPAA compliance and full adherence to international healthcare data protection. Your patient's information does not train the AI model, and it does not leave a secure environment. It stays exactly where it belongs, between you and your patients. 2 hours a night, 7 nights a week, that's 14 hours. 14 hours you could spend on continuing education, spending on your family, seeing more patients, or just avoiding burning out. Socrates gives you those hours back, and it makes you a sharper clinician while doing it. You never stop learning. So try it for free. There's a link below. No credit card, no sales calls, no onboarding. Just open it, put in a patient, and see what happens. 90 seconds. That's all I'm asking.